Today, I'm going to show you how to create a happier life for yourself. Not so long ago, I was in a room full of people when someone posed the question, "Are you happy with your life?" And frankly, I was shocked at the number of people, in fact, it was almost everyone, that said, "No, I'm not happy with my life at all." They all had different reasons, but it made me think of an old song by a group that I used to listen to back in high school. The group's name was Trooper, and in the opening part of the song, they pose a question and give some advice. If you don't like what you've got, why don't you change it? If your world is all screwed up, rearrange it. And that encouraged me to create this 5 week happiness reset challenge. Last week, week number 1, you should have gained some insight into your thoughts, into your self talk, and into your energy, what drains you and what fuels you. This week, we're going to look at alignment, and alignment requires change. But in order to change, you need to know where you are now, what you need to change from. So if you missed last week's video, I'd really encourage you to watch it, and I'll post a link to it up somewhere in that corner. If you did the homework I suggested, some patterns should have shown up in what you were paying attention to and journaling about. And we're not going to analyze any of it. We are going to reduce the friction in your life simply by changing it. Because friction in your life doesn't come because of circumstances, it comes when there is a gap between who you are and who you want to be. It occurs when there's a difference between the way you're living and the way you want to live. And that gap, that difference is exhausting because it allows the happiness to drain out of your life. So today, we're going to start plugging that gap. So the first step in filling the gap is going to be replacing one thought. Not 10, just one. When you're successful with one, feel free to move on to more. But when the old thought that isn't serving you pops up, don't debate it, don't analyze it, don't try to figure out why it's there, simply replace it. It's going to be different for everyone, but for example, let's say you're always telling yourself how badly you messed up, how you screwed something up totally, and you just always seem to do this. Instead of thinking that, replace it with, "I made a mistake, but I learned from it." Do this every time it shows up. It's going to be hard at first, but I can tell you from practical experience from doing this myself that eventually your thinking changes. And that's going to start to create more happiness. The next step is to do something about those energy drains. Again, the drain is going to be different from everyone. When I work with a one-on-one client, we can get into details on it, but now I need to give you just some general advice. Maybe it's a negative input. Maybe it's something that you get by watching social media. Maybe it's an unnecessary obligation that you need to eliminate from your life. Just learn to say no. Maybe it's a habit that leaves you depleted, or maybe it's a person. If it's a family member or a close friend, I realize you can't simply kick that person out of your life. But if you need to, stop listening to things they say. Just tell them you don't want to listen to that negativity anymore. You don't have to announce what you're doing. You don't have to excuse it or explain it. Just take the action you need to take to get that negative energy drainer out of your life. Creating more energy in your life is not simply about stopping those energy drains. It's about adding fuel to your life. It's about finding things that do energize you and making more room in your life for those things. Choose something. This week, just make it one thing. Something that makes you feel more yourself. Something that energizes you. Something that makes you feel more like you. And create. Don't make time for it. Create the time for it. Schedule it. Make sure you do something today and every day for the next week that just makes you feel more alive. Many people say they want more happiness in their life, but they're not willing to stop the things that are making them unhappy and take action to do things that are actually making them happy. When I spoke with that group of people who were negative about their lives, I really wanted to ask them, well, what are you doing to make it better? So I'm going to pose that same question to you. What are you doing? Pay attention to it. Make sure you're doing something every week that's going to add to your happiness. As you do this, it's going to get easier with time to add more and more things. Yes, you're going to struggle with it a little bit at first. There's going to be friction between the old you and the new you. Just make sure you stick with it and keep trying. Evaluate yourself at the end of the day. Did I eliminate some bad thoughts and replace them with good ones? Did I eliminate something that drains me and add something that energizes me? Ask yourself those questions. And remember, this is not about becoming a better, happier person overnight. This is a process that's going to take time. That's how your identity shifts, one small step at a time. This isn't about dramatic breakthroughs, it's about continuous learning and change. Stop tolerating what's draining you, replace it with things that are going to make your life happier. Start practicing who you want to become. This isn't fake it till you make it. This is growth. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. And in the meantime, check out these other videos.